Hello guys, welcome to the Golden Pizza channel. Of course, I am Golden Pizza. Stuffed Crust is not here today. We will be back to our regular scheduled videos, whenever they get back. Of course, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. This is going to be kind of like a older style video where we watch a video together. We're going to watch this Ever Loyal video. So, of course, Jehovah's Witnesses never get tired of indoctrinating their youths, and all their members for that matter, with all these media that they have. All the media, all the videos, all the songs, and they have such a lack of, they have so many resources, but such a lack of imagination that they re-release songs and then they just do different versions of those same songs. So like Ever Loyal is a song from the songbook, but it's like, one that people sing, and then there's the orchestral version, and then there's like the piano version, and now there's this, Become Jehovah's Friend version, like for kids, where you hear kids' voices singing it. And of course, accompanied with it is a very cheesy, very culty music video. So we're gonna watch together and see, kind of how desperate are they to just keep the youths interested in their weird religion. Jehovah's Witnesses just never cease to surprise us. They always come up with something different. So let's watch a little bit, and let's turn on the captions, actually the subtitles, so we can see what the heck they're actually saying. They got their mascots moose. Okay, ever loyal to Jehovah. Loyal love we wish to show. So we all know, now that we are all out, people watching this channel are more likely than not probably out of the religion, just like me. When they say that they're loyal to Jehovah, in reality what they mean is they're loyal to quote unquote Jehovah's organization, which Jehovah's Witnesses view as them. So Jehovah is synonymous with the organization, which is also synonymous with the governing body. If you're loyal to the organization, you're loyal to the governing body, and that's how you're loyal to Jehovah. You can't be loyal to Jehovah and not the governing body, because the governing body is what they believe is like the people that God has chosen to direct the flock, the sheep, to be the leaders. So you're not loyal to Jehovah, you're loyal to men in New York. Upstate, overindulging men. As a people dedicated, his commands we want to know. Look at this back here, in this drawing too. It's some sort of kids are drawing what they want. If you look at the bottom left here, if you look here at the bottom left, it's this child drawing like a wolf or something like that. But of course, there's one child in the middle. What is he drawing? To me, it looks like an LDC project, like, construction. I'm not too sure. I might be reaching there, but Witnesses have such an emphasis on, like, when you're happy or when you're doing something, they want it to be kingdom related. They want it to be organization related. You can't just be happy for being happy. You can't just be having a good time without it somehow going back to the organization. If you go on vacation, where did you go to? What did you go to their local hall? Did you preach any? They encourage you to preach even on vacation. They encourage you to attend meetings even when you're not in your town. They encourage children to, when they do projects in school, that this is your ministry. This is like your territory. Thank God I was never that like crazy to like actually do that. I was never that deep in. But I do know like first-hand accounts of children who do things like that. Like instead of Christmas project and where you draw Santa Claus and write gifts that you want to do, you write, the teacher would change it to like, what do you think? And you'll say, what about the paradise? Okay, what, and you make it paradise related, like what animals you want to hang out with in paradise and what state and city in your imaginary fairy tale land where everybody's going to be resurrected except all those evil people, that don't love Jehovah and don't donate to this organization that just helps men in New York. And these songs use the same Jehovah's Witness language. We want to know, as a people dedicated Dedicated meaning baptism, we having that all-inclusive language. It's just that mindset, the hive mind, like Micah calls it too, where everybody's of one thought. There's no individuality. His advice will never fail us, and his counsel we obey. You see, his counsel. What counsel does Jehovah give us? What counsel does the Bible say? The Bible's rules are pretty basic, not all that crazy. But Jehovah's Witnesses take what would be a Bible principle, which is so up to like individual person's perceptions of Scripture and their interpretation, and they make that into a rule. The Bible will say, dress modestly, don't adorn yourself with this or that. And witnesses, the organization, the governing body, will make that, oh, no ripped jeans. Oh, no, septum, no piercings, no tattoos. They make everything a rule. And you have to obey it. And then, of course, from his side, we'll never stray. So stick with Jehovah and don't listen to what the other people have to say. Stick by Jehovah, and that's how you can trust him. And by trust Jehovah, I mean trust the men in New York and trust the laws that they make up off a whim. We're getting into some sort of, this is like either an age progression, I believe. Let me look. No, I don't think it's age progression. This must be a separate class, I believe. So let's keep listening here and see what are some of these qualities. So always trust, to be kind, be caring. Yes, those are good principles. I can get behind that. Be a good person. But for you to be a good person in the eyes of a witness, you have to be a Jehovah's Witness. You could give all your money to charity. You could literally solve world hunger. But if you're not a Jehovah's Witness, you're not a good person. We show honor to our brothers and respect them from the heart. Again, to our brothers, as in their spiritual brothers. Not even their fleshly brothers, because if their fleshly brother leaves the, quote unquote, the truth, then they're shunning them. They're going to be shunned. And look here in the back. These must be two witnesses, I guess, because they're giving a project here. So in the beginning, we saw a kid probably drawing about the LDC or paradise or something like that. Now, these two teenagers, probably in high school, giving a presentation off of like why the fin of a whale isn't evolution, because of whatever wacky cherry-picked reason they came up with. And you can see here, it's like, oh, this little picture, not because of this, it's because of this. And he's giving them, oh, good job. We're showing them how we're sticking to a book that has no accuracy at all. Yeah, we're showing these kids that. Okay. You see, yeah, and now this is, I believe this is the same kids. Yeah, it's the same. They're here at the meeting, Ever loyal means commenting, even though you have anxiety, even though you have depression. It means attending the meetings, not on Zoom. No, brothers and sisters, you have to go in person, because Jehovah only blesses those who attend the Kingdom Hall, not those who love him from from a camera webcam. Obviously. From their side will never part. So ever loyal, again, it means passing out the microphones during the meeting. It means helping out in the Kingdom Hall and doing repairs. It means doing assignments. It means encouraging the young ones. The thing is, these are things that you can do in a community and help literally people, not the hall, not the organization. You can help people on your own. You don't need God. You don't need the Bible. You can be a good person and do things like we see here, like repairing and, helping families, things like that, without it being attached to the Jehovah's Witness organization, because everything that they do is selfish. If you do anything for them I used to believe when I was having these assignments, I was helping people. In reality, I wasn't doing them any good. When I was doing the chair, I would clean rotating assignments. Like, one time I would clean all the chairs at the hall. I'd done the carpets. I had done this and that. Sometimes you do the lawn, and then sometimes you talks. When I was doing all these things, I thought I was helping people, but in reality, I was just pushing the narrative of the organization. Like, oh, you see this? It's a front. We're loving. We help each other. We're loyal, but only to them, not to others. And yes, sometimes there's brothers that are helpful with each other, but that's not the organization. That's just people. People are good. The organization is not. I do like that squirrel. That's pretty cute. Kudos. So, now again, constructing a kingdom hall in Antarctica. Who knows where they're at? In Alaska, somewhere snowy. Our brothers lead the way. Jehovah's guidance. Even if the brother is just a crazy nut job, completely indoctrinated, a pimi who thinks he's better than everyone because he's been an elder for 20 years, and because he's spiritually quote unquote mature. Yeah, you have to follow that brother. In my experience, a lot of times these elders who have all these experiences, and they have the biggest head because the only amount of power they have is what the organization gives them. So they can't vote, they can't be in politics. The organization frowns upon them getting a good paying job or a good position. So what happens? The one position they do get as an elder, straight to their head. And they think they're better than people. And they don't say it, but by the way they act, that's how they feel. And you have to obey their direction. So being ever loyal means being loyal to these people's direction who have nothing to do with Jehovah. These people could literally be doing sins that are grave sins according to the Bible. As we've seen, many elders do it. I'm not going to get into that. But they could be doing that, and you still got to obey. That's the only way you can get strong, if you follow these men and have more privileges and bust your balls doing all this work. So this must be maybe his two sons. I don't want to listen to all this music because it just triggers me. But look, there's that moose from the school, is what it looks like here in the top right on his dashboard. And this has to be maybe one son and another son, or a younger him. I'm not too sure though. Maybe I'm missing. I'm not. My media literacy might be a little off. But since it's both on an iPad, it must be his two sons. It's gotta be. But then you get to the chorus. To Jehovah we'll belong. All this stuff gives Jehovah's Witnesses that sense of worth, that sense of belonging that all humans desire. Hell, even I desire to belong somewhere. We all feel that way. We love being part of a group. People are meant to be part of a community. The only thing is the Jehovah's Witness community is a toxic one. And you have to be loyal to it, even if you disagree. Even if the elders are just, nut jobs. And even if the organization doesn't even follow the Bible, it just goes rogue. I always say the Jehovah's Witness religion is like a Christian fan fiction, because it really is. It just takes it and does its own thing, which is not right. And that's it. So again, I don't know what the lesson is here for somebody who's out looking in. If I were to show this to a child who's not a witness, what are they going to get? Be loyal to the Jehovah's Witness organization? Child isn't a witness. So this is only meant for PMEs, people who are in the organization, physically and mentally in. It was a crappy song. I don't like it, and it was very unpleasant. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. So that's it. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you like this, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, the notification bell so you're alerted every time we have a video. Of course, next video will be on the last Saturday of this month. Every month, there's a video on the second Wednesday and the last Saturday. Take care. Have a good one, guys.